Oh, that's when that lady came up here.
I'll tell you that. To call this next meeting to order, the regular meeting for Monday, November 9th, 2020. We will have a roll call. Commissioner Burse.
Present.
Commissioner Barnard.
Present.
Commissioner Carter.
Present.
Chairman Brown.
Present.
Chair is present. We've already had our invocation and pledge of allegiance. We'll go to the approval of the agenda. Have a motion for approval.
Make a motion to approve the agenda that's set forth.
Motion and a second.
Second.
Call for the vote. Commissioner Burse.
Aye.
Commissioner Carter.
Aye.
Chairman Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner Pope. Aye. Mr. Barnard.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. The consent items. Approval for the meeting minutes. Work session October 12th. Call meeting October 12th. Work session October 26th. Call meeting October 29th of the year 2020. You have a motion for approval of the minutes.
Chair.
Have a motion. Have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any discussion, any changes to the minutes? No, call for the vote. Commissioner Burse.
Aye.
Chairman Brown.
Aye.
Commissioner Barnard.
Aye.
Commissioner Carter.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Next to the agenda items, the Jamestown Subdivision Access Road. Mr. Moy.
Yes, sir. This item, tab A, is a official decision or official action on the route that's being proposed for the Jamestown access road.
At our work session, we had a presentation by the county engineer and labeled two routes. Mr. Wallace, could you come explain those two routes?
Yes, sir. The two routes that were discussed was access from Jamestown via Tanner Lane and Wind Clay being one route that was discussed. The other route was to stay up along the CSX right-of-way adjacent to but not on CSX right-of-way going from Blaylock to Stetson Drive.
Okay. Any questions for the commission for engineer?
I got a question. Just for clarification, I know the Wind Clay route was like 2.4 million, something like that.
Yes, sir.
And the going down to CSX by that right of way was like about 4.
I think it was 5.2
Okay. And
million.
the question was posed, why was there such a big difference in the cost? Why was it so much more to go down the ABC Avenue versus the Wind Clay?
It's a longer route, so the road construction was more, and I would have to go through each line item to see what all the specific differences were.
Okay, but the bottom line was it would cost about twice as much to go down the ABC Avenue route versus the Wind Clay.
That's not what people want.
The road construction cost for the option up by the railroad tracks, the total for it is $3,425,882, and the road construction cost for the Wind Clay option was $887,153. So it appears that you're going almost a mile in length of the roadway construction for the ABC Avenue adjacent to the railroad track option, and you're only going 6.6 tenths, 0.66 the other way. So it's considerably shorter, so that's going to reduce your cost when you're cutting your mileage down the route is shorter. The bridge, options for the Kettle Creek crossing, for the Wind Clay option, the total for the bridge is 1.25 million. And the bridge is actually a little bit cheaper. He shows here, at the, ABC Avenue extension option up by the railroad of 1.1 million. So that looks to be some of the differences right there between those two. And they, like you say, the total for the Wind Clay was 2.4 million. The total for the CSX ABC Avenue extension up by the railroad tracks is 5.458.
Okay, thank you.
What's the, trench clearance above the cap of the water line?
I don't think we have any vertical alignments. I think these were just kind of preliminary construction plans that show the horizontal alignments, but I have not seen that the dimension you're asking for in these drawings. I think there was one early on, but with all the revisions and all the moving we've done and options of changing this and changing that, I don't know that he's went back and got his vertical alignment in there. I can ask him for that. Are you wanting the deck elevation, Commissioner?
I would go the bottom of either the bottom of the deck to the top of the cap, or to the top of the deck down to the cap. I believe I said the same thing both
Yes, sir.
times.
I'll ask Trent for that information and try to find out if he's got any vertical
And we'd
design
like to know
grades.
the high water mark. We'd like to know the high water mark out there
Yes, sir.
that Dave run down.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any other questions? No, do we have a motion on this agenda item? Jamestown subdivision access road?
I so move that we build the road. What is the name of the street?
Not Wind Clay?
That Wind Clay Drive.
Okay, I think that was related as Route B, wasn't it, Brandon? Route B, Counter Lane to Wind Clay Drive, that's the motion?
Wind Clay Drive.
You get that, Mr. Moy?
Yes, sir.
Have a motion to have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion by the commissioners?
Yes, sir, I'd like to say one thing, Vice Chair. In that motion, I don't know whether this would be the appropriate time to bring it up or not, but put restrictions on that road for what it's used for. Is that something we need to come back, y'all want to come back later and do, I guess? So it's not used for a through fare and people just want to get out and ride around. It's for emergency use only, not a leisure route or a racetrack or a golf cart or motorcycles and four-wheelers and all that running up down. Won't be for that. And we need to put restrictions on it. That's fine with me, and I'd support that 100%.
Madam-
Can we request to have a discussion on that issue later? Let's take the motion at hand and take a vote on that, and then we, can discuss that in full later on, at a later date.
I will attend to that at another meeting, Mr. Chairman. All right, any more discussion?
Well, only thing I would like to say, Mr. Chair, is that this has been something that's been battered around, and I would hope that, I'm pretty sure that our county engineer and everybody that's involved will really be considerate of the people that are impacted by it, their properties, especially Mr. Tanner there, and really try to work to where it won't cause any undue harm to his area and alleviate any type of problem that we don't want to create a problem for anyone out there. So I would hope that we be cognizant of that whenever we start doing this work out there. And it's one of those hard decisions, but sometimes that's what we have to do. We have to make some hard decisions, and I hope that something that can work out for the good for everyone.
Thank you.
I
Anything
got
else?
one thing I want to
Sure.
comment. My take on it, going down Tanner Lane, you got 3 property owners you're gonna have to deal with. If you go down ABC Avenue, you're gonna have 6 property owners versus you're gonna split one man's property right in half. And you're gonna be saving $2.5 million. I heard a comment while ago, said, well, you got $5 million, well, just go ahead and spend it on ABC Avenue. But if we got $100,000 to buy vehicles with, if you can buy the same vehicle lots cheaper, spend the money on lots cheaper one. I mean, we got to be conservative with county money. That's all I got to say.
Any other?
Well, we're supposed to be able to build stuff or to have things built as cheap as possible, but with quality. And it's our responsibility to do that because we're looking after public's money. We ain't looking after your money or mine or somebody else. And I know we've been criticized for spending money here, spending money there, but I'd like for you to show me where in there it has been spent and where I got a raise. It said I got a raise. I can't even get a raise. I don't want one. My raise would have to come from the legislature. And anyway, make a long story short, I want to see this road built. And I mean built. I'd like to have like 180 days on this thing, Brandon, or at least not more than 225 days. Have y'all discussed that?
Well, we had a similar project not too long ago with the Indian Mountain
Yeah,
Bridge we built, and I still think it was probably something more like a year, but I'll go back and look at that project
yeah,
and see, and a lot of that depends on wet weather, rain days,
yeah,
everything like that. I wouldn't want to try to impact the schedule so much
no,
that we get an inflated price
right,
because of the wet conditions that are down there. This is like Mr. Tanner said earlier, this is quite a long crossing in a wetlands area. So
Yeah.
they're going to encounter some wet conditions down there. We just need to make sure we do something that's reasonable.
right. How long do we think that where is Bradley, how long would you think that it would take to get a revision on the permit, the Corps of Engineers permit?
I mean, it shouldn't take that long. You've already got the permit in. All you're gonna have to do is send in a modification to that original permit. I spoke with the lady that's actually gonna process it, and that all they really do is need to look at your figures.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think it would take more than a month.
a month,
I mean, it wouldn't take more than a month.
okay. Well, we may need to have a call meeting for that, to get that passed, to get this job going. Fellas, I mean, that's entirely up to y'all, but we don't need to slow it down. Yes, sir.
Any other discussions?
Uh,
Chairman, by the commission?
Sir?
Any other discussion?
No.
Okay. We call for the vote. Commissioner Burse?
Aye.
Mr. Barnard?
Aye.
Mr. Carter?
Aye.
Chairman Brown? Chairman Brown?
Mr. Winkley.
Is he online? He's already stated that he's in favor of this, and I don't know how to work this gizmo up here.
He should still be on there. I'll let you know.
He might be.
He said he got cut off and he's trying to get back on.
Have you got him on the phone?
We'll just call him back from our cell phone and then
I'm in the meeting. You want to just give your vote? I'll hold the phone and they hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one are you on?
The one on the access road, and the motion is from Tanner Lane to Win Clay.
You need my vote?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
As Vice Chairman, I've stated in the past that I'm in favor of an overpass
I'll
that
leave
was
you on the
approved by the
speakerphone.
voters. So I vote no
Okay.
on the motion. The motion carries. The project will entail the Winter Clay Drive alignment. You got that, Mr. Moore, for the
Yes, sir. I do.
minutes? Okay, the next item is the employee safety incentive pay. Mr. Moore, can you explain?
Yes, sir. This is a request for approval for the employee incentive pay based on our safety history, local government risk management services and our claims. Ware County has got good history with our claims, and we're asking for the annual employees safety incentive pay for all employees, full-time, part-time. It's $125 full-time, $65 part-time. This would come out of the budgeted funds of $48,000 for the whole amount. It's offset by a lower number of claims and our safety incentive discounts.
So on the safety incentives, the commission has seen a lesser number of accidents,
Yes, sir. As far as claims, yes, sir.
claims.
Yes, sir. This is one thing that we do this annually, so this was kind of an annual repetitive thing. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Moore? So according to the information, the full-time employees would receive $125 as incentive, and the part-time $65 in incentive?
Yes, sir.
Added to the check, separate checks or something?
It's separate. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other discussion? Not, do we have a motion?
So move, Mr. Chair,
The motion is to what?
to grant the safety, employee safety incentive pay.
Gotcha. Do you have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Just my opinion, I think we need to take this $45,000 and hold on to it, because we're gonna be facing some rough times coming up. I mean, I appreciate all the hard work our employee does for us, but I think there might be a point down the road, we might need that money for something else. That's my take on it.
Mr. Chair, I believe it's stated it's already been budgeted for this program.
That's what, Mr. Moore?
Yes, sir. It
It's
has.
already been budgeted for it, and this is something been going on, and, I understand what Steve's saying about the splosh types, but, this is something that's been budgeted, and, based on what the finance director was telling us, and also from the HR department, this is an incentive for people to really work a little safer, so all it would take is maybe 1 or 2 claims to eat this up, right here.
That's right.
So I think, I think it's a good thing and a good incentive, like I say, for them to continue to work safely.
I agree with Commissioner Barnard 100%. And Mr. Moy's SPLOST plan committee will be meeting, but before we get started, I personally would not want to penalize the employees by not giving them this incentive. And the committee possibly will come back with some adjustments in whatever we need to do, Mr. Moore. But at this time, I would support this, but I 100% agree with Mr. Barnard. Any more discussion? No, we'll call for the vote. Commissioner Burse?
Aye.
Mr. Barnard?
No,
Mr. Carter?
Aye.
Chairman Brown?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Our next agenda item is 2 resolutions to reappoint Jacob Strickland and Lee Robertson to the Ware County Board of Assessors. Both individuals have expressed their desire to be reappointed and have written letters to the commission to that effect. We talked about this in the work session, so we'll ask for a motion on item C for the two resolutions.
I make a motion to resolutions set forth.
Motion to pass the two resolutions of reappointing these members of the Ware County Board of Assessors. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second. Any more discussion? Not, we'll call for the vote. Chairman Brown?
Aye.
Commissioner Carter?
Aye.
Commissioner Burris?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnard?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Next item D is resolution 2020-21 and 22, appointments to the Okefenokee Regional Library System Board. Mr. Moy.
Yes, sir. Two resolutions there, 2021 and 2020-22. The first one there is to reappoint David Andy Wall to the Board of Trustees for the library, and the second one is for an ex officio member. I didn't know if anybody had,
I think in the work session, we heard Commissioner Burris volunteer for that position, so. we'll put his-
Let's get another Mr. Burris up here.
okay. So, I mean, we can leave that one off if you want to talk amongst yourselves and so
I think
forth.
that sounds real good.
Our new chairman might want the job.
There you go.
So you don't want it?
No, I don't think so, not right now.
I can't do it. He's already there.
And I've already
He's doing it.
done
We can table that.
Table it
Okay,
till you twist some arms.
there we go.
Okay. All right, we'll call for the, a motion on the resolution 2020-21 for the appointment of Mr. Wall.
So move, Mr. Chair.
Have a motion, to have a second?
Second.
Any more discussion? Not, we'll call for the vote. Commissioner Barnard?
Aye.
Commissioner Burris?
Aye.
Commissioner Carter?
That's me, ain't it?
That's you.
I don't know, excuse myself.
Chairman Brown?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Another resolution, 2020-23, authorize Georgia Department of Transportation Transit Grant Application. Mr. Moore?
Okay. This is a resolution which will authorize the filing of the application with the Georgia Department of Transportation and the United States Department of Transportation for a grant for public transportation assistance. This is something that we do on an annual basis, and this allows staff to apply for the grant.
And this just kind of a renewal of an existing grant.
Yes, sir.
And I think Commissioner Barnard brought up that these were the little white buses that carry people around.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Any more questions or discussion? Now we have a motion to approve this resolution 2020-23.
I got, just for clarification, Mr. Moore, did I understand you say that the county doesn't have to put in any funds, or do we have to like match a certain amount?
We don't have, I don't know, Beverly's in here from past knowledge, no, sir.
I don't think it's
No
any cost
funds.
to the
Yeah, it's a fund. Now, I will say, and one thing I failed to say during our work session, the regional commission is looking at doing a regional transit, public transit system. And so we're trying to find out right now as we speak if that is something they're moving forward, because I think they voted, the regional commission board voted to do a regional transportation system. So if this is approved, I'll find out more information before if we have to by law go in with the regional commission to do it. But this will allow us to get the application in, so we're not kind of left out in the cold, so to speak.
Was there a deadline on the application process?
December 7th. Yeah, I was gonna kind of miss that one.
So basically, kind of serve as a conduit between the funding agency and the third-party administrator, which is what, MIDS, I believe it is?
Yes, sir, it is. They're a contractor.
And this is a service that's being provided to the citizens of Waycross and Ware
Ware
County.
County.
Such thing as, I guess, doctor's appointments,
All types of appointments. Typically, some folks use it for, commuting back to the work when they can, they get the assistance that way.
So they
Quite a
call-
few times, yeah.
Call and schedule, like, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Have to give them an advance notice or something like that.
That's correct. Yep, we actually have one that comes through our parking lot in the afternoon. I see it pretty much on schedule every time.
Okay, that's good.
So if this passes, you won't implement it until you get clarification from an RDC?
That's correct. Yes, sir, and I'll keep you all abreast of what's going on that drive to do that.
Okay, that's all. Yeah.
Have a motion
So move, Mr. Chair.
for approval for adoption of Resolution 2020-23?
Yes.
Okay. Second? Second. Motion second. Any more discussion? Now we'll call for the vote. Commissioner Barnard?
Aye.
Commissioner Burris?
Aye.
Commissioner Carter? Aye. Chairman Brown?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. See, item F has been removed by the county attorney. Next item is public comments. Anybody have any comments to bring to the commission? If you'll come to the microphone, name and address. We know it, but for the record.
My name's Edward Griffin, 2380 Fifth Street, Waycross, Georgia. I just wanted to ask what your vote was on the Jamestown Road.
My vote was no.
Okay,
I support the overpass.
I thought that's all I wanted.
Thank you. Any more public comments? Not, we'll go to commissioner comments. Commissioner Barnard,
I don't have any.
Commissioner Burris, Commissioner Carter, Chairman Brown,
I don't have any.
Chair has none. Next item, county manager's report.
The only thing, I know we talked about having a SPOS committee made up of two commissioners and staff, and I was wanting to find out of the two with Commissioner Barnard and yourself if y'all are able to meet this week sometime. Is this week good? Probably closer to the end of the week.
Anytime, just give me a time.
Yeah,
I'll-
what I'd like to do is gives me more time to kind of do some fact finding and gathering information and get it out to y'all and let y'all start looking at it so we can discuss it.
That it?
Yes, sir, that's all.
Madam Attorney?
I don't have anything, sir. Thank you.
That concludes the meeting. Ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Motion second?
Second.
Second. Motion is second. All vote aye.
Aye.
Thank everybody for coming and watching.